Hey guys, check out g2a.com for cheap games. There's a link and discount code in the description down below. So last week, the first DLC for Forza Motorsport 6 came out, and that gave me some ideas. I wasn't overly happy with the pack, so I thought, why don't I do a wish list pack and include some of my favorite cars and ask you guys for your cars that you guys want to see most. So I went on Twitter, I said, hey guys, what cars would you want to be added to Forza 6 if you could have anything in the game? And I got your guys' responses, and I decided to include the most popular in a video just like this. So this particular list is going to be a mix of my favorite cars and your favorite cars to compile or produce the best DLC pack available for Forza Motorsport 6. So hey, I don't know, the guys for Forza 6 probably have their DLC planned out already, but if these guys want to get added, I have no problem with these whatsoever. Before I begin, I wanted to mention the background gameplay you're watching right now is from a Moments in Motorsport, the birth of Grand Prix racing, and it's a pretty cool challenge. I had some fun driving around in it. And apologies for the not so great driving and basically bullying people. Anyways, let's jump into these cars and have some fun with it. I decided to make a car pack of 8 cars plus one bonus one that I think would be pretty cool to be included in the game. So let's start it off with the first one. Actually, the most requested car from you guys was a 2015 Bmw i8. I got this request so many times for it to be in the game. It just has to come. It should have been in Forza Horizon 2 in DLC pack. Should have been in Forza 6 at launch. So I really want to see it in Forza 6 as a DLC car. The Bmw i8 is seriously just so cool. And I really want to start driving around in it, and I don't think there's a game where you could actually start driving around in it very accurately for right now. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the Bmw i8 coming to Forza Motorsport 6. After that, the next car is a car some of you guys may know. It's a Golf. It's a 2008 Vw Golf R32, so you may know if you've played Forza 6, is they have the 2004 Golf R32, they have the Mark 6 Golf R, and they have the Mark 7 Golf R. The only Golf R or R32 that they're missing is the one that I own. So that's nice. So if you could include my one in the game, that'd be great. It's an awesome little car, has one hell of an engine, and it's just fun to drive around in, I think, and you could do some pretty cool stuff with it in the game. There's actually no Mark 5 Golf in Forza 6 whatsoever, so it's a gap that needs to be filled, and I think it could be filled with an R32. It'd be very nice. I'll send you mine, Forza, if you need to, like, analyze it and stuff. I'll do that. Not a problem. Anyways, let's move it on to the next car that was probably the most requested for Forza Horizon 2, and again Forza Motorsport 6, and that's the Nissan S14. I don't know where the hell this thing is, wasn't in Forza Horizon 2 for I don't know what reason, wasn't in Forza 6 because I don't really know, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it comes in a DLC pack. Another car that was in previous Forza games that is no longer in this one is a 2005 Ferrari Fxx. I think there's only like 30 or 40 of these cars in the world, and it would just be so cool to have this thing in the game. I remember driving around in it, and I think Forza 4 it was, or maybe it was Forza 3. This thing was just insane. I'd love to try this thing out against the LaFerrari and just see how they go up against each other. It would just be really cool to have this car in the game, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for it once again. Let's move it on to the next car. As we know, Forza is now including some quite interesting cars in the game. For instance, a limo or a Gurkha, quite big cars. I thought we would go to the opposite end of the spectrum and include a 1962 Peel P50. I don't think this one needs much explaining, but just imagine Peel P50 versus a Gurkha, max speed, hit each other head on. What would happen? Another car that I haven't driven around in since God knows when is a 2006 Ascari A10. I remember driving around in this thing in, I believe, Test Drive Unlimited. It would be so cool to have this thing back. It was such an awesome car, and I remember it was so unique. It was just like an awesome car, and I would really love to see it back. Another car that I would like to see back in a Forza game is a De Tomaso Pantera, but not just any Pantera, the GT5 from the 1980s. In similar fashion to the Ascari, it is one hell of a unique car, and it is so cool in every single way. I would seriously just recommend looking this car up. It is just pure madness. Panteras are cool to start with. Imagine a Pantera on steroids. That's what this thing is, and it is just so cool. My final car for the pack would be something that's quite cool in my opinion, and that's a 1997 TVR, apologies for my pronunciation of this, Cerbera? I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. If someone can help me out in the comments, that would be great. Speed 12. So imagine a normal TVR, funny name that I can't pronounce. Imagine that, again, like the Tomaso, on a bit of steroids. It has a monstrous V12. It is one hell of a racing car, and I think it would fit very, very well in Forza Motorsport 6. I sort of lied how I said that was the last car. I wanted to include something else just for fun and just throw it out there and see what happens. A Mercedes 6x6. So this would be my particular list of cars that I would love to see come to Forza Motorsport 6. It's probably not gonna happen because most of these cars are quite ridiculous. You guys probably know I don't play Forza games the same way as most people. That's why my car list is probably quite different compared to most people's. These are just some fun cars that I think haven't been featured in many racing games yet, and I think it'd be nice to see them either in a game for the first time or back in Forza Motorsport 6. Anyways, guys, let me know what cars you would like to see come to Forza Motorsport 6 in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed if some of these cars can get added to Forza Motorsport 6. We'll have to see. But subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.